Welcome to Django REST API. We're going to create two information systems. The first one is Android application and web application. Kwenye Android application tutatumia Java programming language na Android Studio as IDE. Kwenye web application tutatumia Python programming language na Django as a web framework. Android application itafanya kazi ya kuadd data kwenye web application. Tuta-add data kwenye Android application, kisha tutakliki send or next. Hii request itaenda kama post request to Django web. Django ita process post request na kurejesha JSON response kwenye our web application. So our web application is Django oriented. Hii ni admin site, okay? Hii ni just a simple analytics ambao ina visualize how many number of customers wamekuwa registered today, weekly, monthly and annual, okay? So nikija katika hii hapa ambao ni admin site, nikliki kwenye customer care model. Now you can see no user is registered. Nikija katika Android application now, niki add a new user, huyo user atakuwa registered katika our Django application. Okay, so now suppose this is Android application na add a new record. For example, first name, this is the first name, okay, and suppose this is the last name, and this is email address, and this is a phone number. Then I click next. After clicking next, now you can see Django ita process post request na kisha user atakuwa added katika system yetu hii ya Django kwa nyuma, okay? So now I click next. Now you can see task has been created successful, okay? Right, so now when I refresh my web application, good. You can see now user has been created successful, okay? Nikija katika hii simple analytics, when I refresh, now you can see simple analytics. Visited customer today is 1, weekly is 1, monthly is 1, and annual is 1. Simple analytics. So this is the simple analytics, and this is admin site. Now as admin, now let's click here for address to, okay? Then address the problem to, for example, this is user ambao amekuwa registered kwenye system, employee or staff. Na click, then I click save. Now good. Or I can add manual hapa katika hii Django application. I click add. Now click add first name, last name, and email, and address to, and I can pick a status, okay? Now good. We are going to create two information systems. The first one is Django application and Android application. Kwenye Android application to create user interface form, okay? So now you can see this is user interface form. We're going to perform data validation. Kwenye Android application form, to perform data validation to check empty value, okay? So for example, now I leave a blank email address, I leave a blank first name, I leave a blank last name, and so on. Now click next. Now you can see required. So this is data validation, back-end data validation. Tutumia Java programming language kwa sababu hii ni Android application. Now we're going to see how to send post request, because this is a REST framework. REST framework ni framework ambayo ina accept method ya post, get, patch and delete. So sisi tutatumia method moja inayopatikana katika REST API. Method inaitwa post. Post to send request to API. Our API is Django, okay? So hii application ya Android ita send post request to API, okay? Then after sending post request to API, that is Django REST framework, now gonna process API response. A response can be success or failure, okay? Hii ni Android part. In web development part, we are going to create a virtual environment, okay? When I stop the server, as the current run, you can see this is our virtual environment we have created. Okay, so what is the virtual environment? Virtual environment ni environment ambayo huwezi kuitouch, ambayo all libraries ambazo utazitumia kwenye web application yako zitakuwa ni independent libraries, hazita depend machine. Okay, and after creating virtual environment, we are going to install required packages. Okay, tunaenda kuinstall packages kwa ajili ya kufanya development. The first package is Jazzmin theme for admin site. Okay, another one package is package kwa ajili ya kufanya hizi simple analytics. Okay, and we are going to install plotly package and so on. Okay, we are going to define model and we are going to perform model migrations in our project. Okay, what is model? Model is just like a schema definition ambayo ina define sasa hizi operations. Okay, kija hapa katika web, I have 3 models: customer cares, employee department and employee role. Hizi ni models. Okay, so we're going to create models and perform model migrations as well. We're going to perform business logics. What is business logics? Business logics, for example, when I come to simple analytics, this is business logics. I want to visualize how many number of customers who are registered today, weekly, monthly or annual. It's business logics. Lakini pia when admin site pia kuna business logics. When I click save, now you can see kuna some sort of data validation kwamba huwezi uka send empty value. So now current saver nilistopisha, now let me run saver. Okay, okay, so now good. So nikija ku refresh, nikija ku add a new customer, click save, now you can see all fields are required. Here ni business logics. Okay, we're going to perform URL routing and redirection also. Routing is URL kwa ajili ya ku route hii hapa operation ya ku add record from Android application to Django application. So nikiklik next or add, data itaenda kwenye system ya Django. So kwenye Django tutafanya URL routing kwa ajili ya ku accept a post request from Android. We're going to customize theme. What is theme? Is a Jazzmin theme. Now you can see Jazzmin theme has a material design user interface ambayo ina look sasa hivi. Okay, material design inapatikanaje unakuja kufanya customization. Hii ni admin site and this is customer site. Unaona zote zimetumia the same theme. Okay, when I click to dashboard, the same theme. Hii ni admin site. Nikija back, hii ni customer site, imetumia the same theme ya Jazzmin. So hiyo ni customization. Simple analytics. Okay, this is a simple analytics. Go back, this is a simple analytics. And final, session management. So what is session? Session ni role and user identification. So user kishaingia kwenye system atambulike ana privilege gani na nini anafanya, nini haruhusiwi kufanya. Hiyo ni session management, na zipo built-in method za Django kwa ajili ya authentication and authorization as well. Now good. Now tunaanza ku create Android application kwenye this episode. Kwenye next episode so create a web application ya Django, sababu hizi ni independent systems. Android is another technology and Django ni another technology. So to integrate these two technologies, we need REST API. Kuna technology mbili za kuconnect two information systems. The first one is SOAP, Simple Object Protocol, and REST is Representation State Transfer. Commonly tunatumia RESTful API. kwa sababu ya nature ya data ambazo tuna send na kureceive. REST method ni post, get, patch na delete, na zile data zinapokuwa zinakuwa sent kama post, unapo receive na receive kama JSON response. Kwenye swap na tunatumia XML. Okay, now good. Now tunaanza ku create our Android application. How to create Android application? The first step, utafungua Android Studio. Okay, so nitakuja hapa katika desktop start button ambayo ni hii hapa. Okay, nita click kwenye hii search bar, nitaandika Android. Okay, kisha nitakuja ku click hii hapa Android Studio. Okay, so kisha click hii hapo, itatokea hii window. Okay, kwenye hii window utachagua a new project. Good. After choosing new project, now hizi ni hizi kama template. Ukichagua hii empty activity, hii ni Jetpack Compose ya Kotlin. Of course hii ni Kotlin. Hii ni Kotlin Jetpack Compose. Then we have a empty view activity. Hapa unaweza kutumia Kotlin or Java programming. Then we have bottom navigation views. Hii ni template kwa ajili ya bottom navigation interface. Hii ni navigation drawer ambayo inakuwa na what navigation upande wa kushoto, items zinakuwa upande wa kushoto. And hizi hapa ni application kwa ajili ya games and so on. So sisi tutatengeneza mobile application. So utachagua hii hapa basic view activity. Basic view activity, click it. After clicking now, click next. But make sure that umechagua hii hapa phone and tablet. Okay, so unatengeneza application ya Android. Hii ni where operating system. You can create application for television and so on. So now select phone and tablet and select basic view activity and click next. Okay, good. So here you can choose desired application name. So my application name is, for example, my RESTful app, for example. And package name by default is com.example. So remove example, okay, and write any desired name. Mimi andika info. Okay, so default is com.example. Now remove example and andika jina lote ambalo unapenda. So save location. Save location is a project, itakuwa saved kwenye location hii hapa. Unaweza kai navigate. Okay, and official languages for Android zipo mbili, Java and Kotlin. So when I click drop down arrow, you can see kuna Kotlin na Java. Now select Java. Okay, why Java? Kwa sababu ya Java ina large ecosystem, large community support, a lot of libraries, and Java is for enterprise systems, while Kotlin still haijakuwa mature, bado haijakuwa mature, na ile ecosystem yake ni relatively small na community support yake ni ndogo. So project ukitengeneza Kotlin hakikisha upo competent enough, otherwise hakuna source code kwenye internet za problem mbalimbali. Advantage of Kotlin is JavaScript like syntax. JavaScript is JavaScript Kotlin, ko itakuwa faster sana kwenye execution, na advantage ya Kotlin ina handle exception ya null pointer exception. Okay, null pointer exception. So choose minimal SDK any. Okay, you can choose any. Mimi choose hii, and hii itaathiri vipi programu yako itarun kwenye devices. Okay, after doing so, click finish. Good. So application yetu inakuwa created na ita take vast amount of time kwa ajili ya ku load dependencies za Android Studio na of course ita take time kwa wewe kama unaanza kwa mara ya kwanza, ita take time kwa ajili ya kuload dependencies. Okay, now good. So hii ni development environment. Nataka kutengeneza application hii hapa. Okay, so hii ndio application ambayo tunaenda kuicreate. So we have two page. This is the second fragment and this is the first fragment. Hizi fragments zimekuwa defined kwenye hii template ambayo tumeichagua, zipo tayari. Okay, so hakuna chochote ambacho cha ziada isipokuwa hizi fragments zishakuwa defined. Na hii ambayo tunaiweka hapa ndio ya kwetu sisi. Hizi input fields hizi ni za kwetu. Okay, ila hizi fragments imeshakuwa defined. Okay, so what is a fragment? Fragment is just like activity but not activity. Ni simple page inaweza kusema ambayo inajibind katika activity. Hiyo ndo fragment. Okay, so now currently our application ina build, ina load dependence. Okay, na soon itamaliza ku load dependence. Okay, so step ya kwanza kabisa tunaenda kutengeneza user interface ya kuingizia data ambayo ni hii user interface, kwenda create. So na katika my GitHub repository, okay, then uta download source code kwenye GitHub repository. Source code ya Android application imeandikwa Django REST. Hii ni source code folder. So after that downloading now, unaweza uka open source code kwa ajili ya reference. Okay, now good. Okay, good. So application yetu kwenye IDE imesha load all features. Now you can see kwenye left side, okay, default imefungua Java classes, first fragment, main activity class and second fragment. Okay, so what is the first fragment? In application, first fragment ni hii imeandikwa first fragment. Okay, so tayari imeshakuwa created. Si tunaputa contents zetu. So now I click this button. This is second fragment. Ambapo second fragment ni hii hapa. Second fragment imeshakuwa defined. So your contents zitakuwa hapo hapa. So si tumetumia only single fragment ya first fragment, tukaweka contents zetu. Okay, now good. And when I expand the resources upande wa left side and click layout, now you can see I have activity main XML. This is user interface, and first fragment is user interface, second fragment also is user interface. Sisi tunataka kutumia single fragment, first fragment. So double click to open. Okay, so good. First fragment hii hapa ishakuwa opened. So nakuja huko katika upande wa top right, mweza hii hapa split. Okay, split inafanya kazi ya ku cascade. Wewe unaona source code na kuziedit. Okay, ndio maana split. Design unaenda katika upande wa design, unaona just a VP design inaonekana. Code unaona code tu, wewe unaona design. Split, okay, ninaona what my design and source code, ndio maana split. Nikiklik design only design no source code, nikiklik code only code no design. Okay, so now click split. Good. After doing so, kinachofuata ni kwenda ku remove this is the default user interface. Tuna remove hii hapa text. So hii hapa ni constraint layout. So select hii layout. Okay, yote mpaka hapa. Okay, so delete. So now you can see tume remove. Now tunaweka our contents. Okay, so now tunatengeneza a layout, linear layout. Okay, so hii hapa katikati ya hii nested scroll view na hii hapa ambayo ime close nested scroll view, then open this bracket, right arrow ya uppercase and choose linear layout. Okay, so choose linear layout. Good. So two attributes are mandatory. Ya kwanza ni width, ya pili ni height. Width is match parent, height is match parent. Okay, then I add another attribute ambayo ni very important kwenye linear layout, ambayo inaitwa orientation. Orientation set to vertical. After doing so, now close linear layout. Okay, now nime close linear layout. Then nakuja ku add what logo. What is logo? Now you can see this is our logo ambayo ku add. Okay, logo. So now katika my computer, this is my computer. Okay, this is my logo. Just select it, right click and click copy. Okay, after this unakuja katika Android Studio, nakuja katika drawable, click drawable, right click and click paste. So our image is rest.png. Okay, name ya image. So make sure name haija contain number. Name haija contain number. Okay, so rest png, after then click OK. Good. So here I add logo. To add the logo now, una open tag ya image. So image view. Okay, so width is wrap content, height is wrap content. After doing so, I specify where is my image source. The image source is from drawable and choose images rest. Now you can see imekuja kuonekana huku. Okay, after doing so, now pause it to save. So now tuna modify height from wrap content to 150 dimension. dp is just like a pixels or 200 dimension. Okay, and also height set to 200 dimension. And put image at the center, so use attribute or layout gravity, and gravity choose center. And now use a margin top layout margin top to 20 dimension. Now you can see our image imekuwa pressed like our final output. Okay, another step is to create fields. So we're going to create first name, last name, email address and phone. So uja katika image view hapa chini na create hizi fields kama zinavyoonekana hapa. Good. So now let's open this tag and write text input layout. This one, text input layout. Okay, com.google.android material.text field text input layout. Okay, now select it. Then width is match parent and height is just match parent, just like that. After doing so, close it. Then humu nitaenda kutengeneza layout ya edit text. Input layout is edit text. Let me choose this one. Text input edit text. Wrap content, height and width is wrap content. After doing so, now close it. Okay, now you can see our edit text. This one. good. So let's modify here hapa, give match parent as well, match parent. Okay, now you can see imekuwa match parent. So hapa katika text input layout nachagua margin right to 20 dimension. Now you can see 20 dimension, yapo niacha nafasi kutoka kulia, and left is 20. Okay, now you can see imeacha nafasi. Okay, 20 dp is just like a dimension. Okay, now hapa uja kuweka hint. So now hint, choose hint, and hint is first name. Okay, first name. Now you can see first name ile pale imeappear. Okay, good. And now id is first name. Id, okay, is first name. Now you can see first name here hapa imeappear as id. Now let's put a drawable. So nakuja katika drawable, right click drawable, choose new, choose effect asset. Okay, and choose on clip art. In clip art it load Google. These are Google icons, and let's choose this one for example. I click OK. Okay, this is icon. Good. After then the icon naandika, this is a user icon. Then I click next. Okay, so nakuja hapa kwenye hii text input, edit text, then kuandika hapa drawable left, then na equal my avatar. Okay, inaitwa user. Now you can see avatar imekuwa created ile pale. Then nakuja kuchagua padding. Let's choose a drawable padding. This is a 15 dimension pixels. Good. Then after doing so, nakuja kucopy the same code kwa ajili ya kutengeneza field ya last name. This is the first name already created. We're going to create last name. Okay, good. So nitachokifanya hapa, nakuja kucopy hizi source code zote za first name. So this is the first name field, Control C shortcut ya kucopy, Control V pasting. Okay, so this is last name, so remove first name, last name. Okay, so the same hapa kwenye hinti naandika last name. Okay, so again copy again. This will be email address, so remove first name, write email, na hapa naandika hint, naandika email address kwenye hint. Okay, so just like email address. So add another attribute ambayo ni input type. Okay, so now just like input type, then choose text email address. Okay, so we are going to create another field. Kwa hivyo katika email address unakuja hapa kwenye drawable, right click new and choose vector asset, click on clip art and find envelope. Okay, envelope, or find email. Okay, so email as well, choose this one, email, then click OK. So this is alternate email, na rename naandika email. Okay, and click next, finish. Okay, so remove drawable user and write email. Add the phone number field. So on phone number field kuja create a field kwa ajili ya kuingiza phone number. So this ID is phone ID and hint is phone number. Okay, this is phone number, and phone number format can be 255. That is the format. Then replace hii kwenye drawable waliokuweka icon ya phone. So new vector asset and choose clip art, and let's choose this one and click OK, and rename hii kwa phone and click next and click finish. So remove user and put phone. Now good. Last tunatengeneza a button, submit button. So tunatengeneza submit button hapo, create a new widget. Widget is button, height, match parent, width, wrap content. Then button will be created. So set margin left to 20 dimension, and set margin right to 20 dimension. Again, set padding, layout padding, choose this one, padding, and padding choose 15. Okay, again choose hint, okay, is now send request. Okay, now choose hint color, or you can say text color hint, and choose white. Now ID of our button, ID is submit. Sorry, I just write ID, then ID again, then submit. After then close. Now we are going to to add font family. Katika hii hapa first name kwenye input edit text input edit text. Now una add another attribute. Just write family. Use font family, then choose sans serif condensed. Now you can see imekuwa material design. So copy the same and come to duplicate kwenye hii hapa ya last name. Okay, good. Come to paste kwenye hii hapa ya email address. Good. Come to paste kwenye hii hapa ya phone number. Good. And come to paste to button. Good. So now we have to add a common color kwenye our application. Now navigate to values, colors. So copy this white color, copy, and Control V, paste. Okay, then hii color itakuwa ni main, and rename kwa kuandika main. So click hii white kwenye upande wa left hapa, just click, itatokea color picker. Now we choose our desired color. For example, this color ambayo tunai design. Okay, after then click wherever, color yetu ni hii. Okay, color name is main, and then come to our fragment, our design hapa. So add another attribute kwenye button. So just write background tint, choose background tint. Okay, background tint, and call our color, and our color is main. Now you can see color yetu ya main imeonekana. Okay, even kwenye our icons. Okay, unaona kwenye icons, for example, user icon, double click on user icon. Okay, and change from back color to our color inaitwa main. So nitai click, kisha nitakuja nitai select, then close it, then to phone, and remove this color. Okay, and choose main and double click this path. Good. And email again, so remove this color and call our color ambayo tumedefine inaitwa main and close. Now nikija kwenye my design, you can see colors za icons zimechange from default black to custom ambayo ni main color. Okay, good. Now open second fragment. So this is a second fragment. Click on second fragment and click split. Okay, now come to copy this button, and come to first. Okay, after image view unakuja kuipaste button hapa. Okay, now you can see button. So this is button first, so remove second and write first and change button. Okay, so rename button and write capital F, then choose material design floating action button. This will get, so double click to select. Okay, now you can see imechange kuwa hivi. Okay, I'm gonna put icon. I think is source, Android sources for image. Let's put email. I think email is open here, so just come to Drawable, right click, new, and choose vector asset, clip art, and now we navigate. For example, choose this icon, click OK, and just rename it next. Okay, and click next and finish. So remove this email, naandika ile kwenye drawable kuna next ambayo ni hii. Okay, so good. So we need to position hii hapa, kutoa margin left hii hapo. So left, you choose margin left. Margin left is 20 dp. Now you can see it looks so nice. Okay, so after designing, now tunaweza ku process back end. First to run our project. Now project yetu demo ni hapa. Hii ni demo project. Now let's close demo project. Okay, and to run our project ni hii. So ndio hapa katika Android Studio. Okay, hapa bakisha connect my Android smartphone. Tutakuja kuonekana hapa how to connect. Video tutorial ni upload ambayo ni independent. Utaicheck how to connect Android smartphone kwenye Android Studio kwa ajili ya development. Now click execute or run application. Click it. So hapa tumetengeneza just a user interface na current Gradle in a build project. Okay, so good. Moja function ya Gradle ni ku build project. Another function is ku clean project na ku rebuild project na ku register dependence. Si kujicha dependence pia ni ku add application version kwenye Gradle. Okay, so Gradle inafanya kazi kadhaa: ku rebuild project, ku clean project, ku register dependence na ku specify application version kwa ajili ya Play Store unapoenda kuihost au kuipublish application Play Store. Version ni kitu ambacho kinamata sana. Okay, now application in a launch. So now let's open it. Currently in run our application. Good. So now you can see. So this is let's remove it. Okay. So this is our interface. Only have to make create. Yes. Application hii hapo, okay? Hii ndio ile button, nikiklik na kwenye second fragment, previous, first fragment, okay? And send request. So no action is executed kwa sababu hatuja process kwenye upande wa back end, kwenye upande wa Java. And this is a default template. I'm going to setting default template, okay? Now in first fragment tuna add a background. Now open a activity main and click on split and navigate to app bar layout. Add another attribute that is background color. So choose a background and our color is main. Now you can see a background main has been added. Now come to run our project. Check hapo. Current in a build. You can see in a build. Hapo application in a run, in a launch. You can see now background color imekuwa added kwenye first fragment. And you click next. This is the second fragment. Previous set. Okay. Good. So here you can replace here with your own action. Now open Java file for first fragment. This is a user interface. User interface. Now tunafungua Java yake. A Java class is first fragment.java. Now double click to open. Okay. Now you can see we have importation. This is a package name. Naona kujua class zote lazima ziwe ndani ya package. This is a library to import OS bundle, import layout infrastructure, import view group, and so on and so on. But this is a class. Public class is first fragment. Extend fragment. We find a inheritance. There is a concept of data binding. A data binding is a concept ambayo inakuwezesha access widgets ambazo zipo kwenye first fragment bila kuandika find view by ID. So no need to write find view by ID. Why? Because tumebind data kwa kutumia fragment binding. So here we just define our variables. Our variables that belong kwenye particular widget. Widget yenyewe ni first name, last name, email pamoja na phone number. Hizi ni widgets. Hizi widgets zipo kwenye layout inaitwa linear layout as well. Unaona, linear layout hii ni just a container, and nested scroll view is a container. An image view is widget, and first name is input field ambao ni widget also. So here in fragment hapo tuna define our widget. Okay, so remember our widget is text input layout. So just capital T text, then E input layout. The first one is first name, comma, last name, comma, email, comma, and phone. But no need to. So kama ni important sana ku declare variables, sababu hii tumeshafanya data binding, lakini no problem, ngoja kuzitumia kwa baadaye. Now tunakuja hapa kwenye hichi kipande. binding equal to fragment first binding dot inflate, inflator, then container that is attached parenthesis false, return binding dot get root. So before returning hapa ndipo tuna define our logics. Back end process zitafanyika hapa kwenye upande huu. Now no need to write find view by id, so we use binding dot our button is register. So anyway, kwenye first fragment tuna send request button. Nikiclick send request button, now you can see our button is submit id. Okay, submit id. So nakuja hapa nasema binding dot submit. Okay, now ameshaiona dot set on click listener. Okay, this is a method ambayo inatumika ku track event iliyofanyika kwenye ile button. Event is click new view dot on click listener, view is interface. So now we click, it implement this method. Now here na perform data validation, okay, to check all empty fields na lazima zijazwe. So now I put if condition, if, then open this brackets, binding, okay, so just use binding, okay, dot first name dot is get edit text dot get text dot to string dot equals, okay, equal to this one empty. Ikiwa first name is empty, what to do? Okay, now binding dot first name dot set error. You should set error, okay, required. So this field is required. So copy the same code, and again we use if, but let's put else. Then we validate last name, then binding dot last name, last name is required, and copy again. Then we just validate phone number, then we change last name to phone, then binding dot phone number is required. Okay, again we just validate an email address, if is empty, binding dot email address, so change here for email, and have a review here, binding dot email is required. What if all fields zimekuwa filled? Now tunakuja kwenye else, okay, create a user defined function inaitwa add data. So after creating this function add data, after calling, now how about we call? So now just comment call the function. Now already we define add data. So let's suppose hapa you are on view created. So my function is private, sitaki iwe irithiwe na class ya nje, is non-return type function, and is add data, okay, and no parameters. So this is non-return type method without parameter. Okay, so now open is brackets in implementation ya function. Ukisema implementation like as brackets ume implement function. Now good. let's try to run our system to check code kama zina work successful. So click it, run up. Okay, now you can see Gradle in a build project in a launch. Our application may launch. Now let's check it. Yes, good. Let's try to send a request. First name is required. Suppose I enter a first name. I click next. Last name is required. Email address and phone number. So now you click send request. Dialog itafanya processing ya kupeleka data hizi kwenye Django application. Kipindi hizi data tunazipeleka kwenye Django application, ni lazima tuonyeshe progress. Nini kinafanyika? User are still waiting. Please wait. While post request inakuwa sent kwenda kwenye API. Please wait. So usability ya application ni lazima uonyeshe progress. Kuna tekniki mbalimbali za kuonyesha progress. Kwenye Android tunatumia dialog. Kwenye web application unaweza kutumia alert. Please wait, alert, na mara nyingi inatumika JavaScript pale. Okay. Now we are here kwenye add data function. We are going to create dialog kwa hiyo kuonyesha progress. Please wait while post request inakuwa sent. Okay? So badala kuja kwenye layout, right click on layout, choose new, layout resource file, and this is dialog. Okay? And click OK. Then you go to spreads. So go to source code ambayo ume download. Kwenye source code inakuwa namna hii. Open a folder inakuwa namna hii. Then open app, open src source, open main, open resources, open layout, and click dialog.xml and copy these source codes. Control A, select all, Control C, copy. Okay, come to our project, Control A, select all, backspace, delete, and Control V, paste. Now we need to create dialog style. And come to source code. Okay. Again, navigate to values, navigate to themes, click it, and come to click here hapa, oje kuiselect here hapa style, progress bar style. Okay, Control C, copy. Okay, so come to a project, the same to a project, navigate to values, let's expand values, and double click themes. So here we add another theme, paste. So this is a progress bar style. So come to dialog. Unaona ile layer imeondoka kwa sababu theme tayari hapa tushai add kwenye style. Now you can see how our style will look. Itakuwa ina load, inazunguka. Please wait. So now come to Java, our first fragment. Kwenye hii method ya add data. Now tuna process what user request ya ku add data, kuipeleka kwenye Django application. Kwa ajili tunataka tuonyeshe progress. Good. Now come again to source code. Navigate to Java, package name. Okay. And copy our first fragment because this is in source code. And go down to this one. method inaitwa register user. Sisi method yetu inaitwa add data. Okay, so copy these source codes. Okay, come to our project hapa kwenye add data method and paste it. Now good. So position cursor here, itatokea import class and import, and position cursor kwenye window hii nyekundu, position cursor, okay, and click import. Mbadala kwa position cursor unaweza kufanyaje? Unaweza kaja hapa, press control button and hold and press enter. Sorry, control and enter. So position hapo, I think haiworks kwenye hii IDE, I think haiworks. So position cursor and import class. Okay, okay, so let's paste again. Okay, good. So import class and here import class. So this is a dialog. Set content view is dialog. Name hii lazima ifanane na name ya layout ya XML create, inaitwa dialog. Should be the same name, dialog, and this is dialog. Now let's try to execute our application, run it. Okay, so Gradle launch our application. So open it. Good. Suppose all fields are filled. Okay, email address, this is email address, phone number, this is phone number. When I click send request, now please wait while data zinakuwa sent kwenda kwenye Django, kwenye API as well. Please wait. Na data zikishakuwa successful, zimekuwa added kwenye Django, tuta receive response from API na ku dismiss this dialog, kuiquiet this dialog sababu data zimeshaenda, kwa kuizima. So hapa ita run infinity. Umeona? Why? Because hakuna action iliyokuwa done. Now after doing so, another step is to install what plugin naweza kusema or connector ambao ita connect between Android application and API. So you need interface between Android application and API. So tunatumia connector inaitwa retrofit. So kwenye Android zipo connectors kadhaa. Kuna kwanza inaitwa volley library, okay? Nyingine inaitwa retrofit. Ini high performance tunatumia retrofit library, okay? Good. Kama nilivyokuambia awali kwamba hii Gradle inafanya kazi kama zisifungua 4. Ya kwanza ni ku register dependence or libraries. Nyingine ni ku build na ku clean project na ku specify application version. Sisi tunaenda kutumia Gradle kwenye kipengele kimoja tu cha ku register dependence. So now double click on Gradle and open here pa Gradle ya pili, okay? So click it. So navigate hook button. Hapa tuna add library ambazo zitafanya kazi ya connect Android application na API. So library zipo tayari, mimi just kuzipaste hapo. So open source code. Navigate kwenye source code. Okay? Then on source code now navigate to this one is build.gradle, the same Gradle. Okay, now double click it. I think this one. This one. Yes, good. Okay. So now come to copy these implementations. And we have a retrofit and we have a converter JSON. Now copy these two dependencies, copy it, shortcut of Control C, and come to our project and paste it. Okay, hizi ni library ya connect kwenda kwenye API. After pasting, now press sync. Okay, press sync here kwa ajili ya kuinstall hizi libraries, ndio maana sync. Now click it. Good. Then installation ya hizi dependencies mbili nilizoziadi zita start. Okay, as you see. After doing so, we are going to create a Java class ambayo itafanya kazi ya ku set value na ku get value. Set value na ku get value. So come to a package, right click and click new, choose Java class. This is a Java class, is known as model, and then click OK. Here we define our variable as a string data type. So start string capital letter S, because string is a class, japo ni data type lakini ni class. Sababu gani imeanza na capital letter S? String ni just first name, comma, last name, comma, I'm sorry, is comma. Okay, so dot last name, comma, email, I think is phone, email, yes, email, comma, phone. After doing so, create a constructor. Constructor ni method inafanya kazi ya ku-initialize objects, na constructor inakuwa na jina la class. Constructor ina contain class name, na main function ya constructor is to initialize object. Now kwenye keyboard press Alt button, press Alt. Okay, after pressing Alt, at the same time press insert button kwenye keyboard, press it. Okay, so now choose constructor, click it and select his is what a variable, first name, last name, email, phone number. How to select all? Press Control button and hold it and just select it by using mouse and click OK. Now you can see public model. What is model? Is your class name model. This is a constructor. A constructor is a method with these parameters. These parameters zitafanya kazi ya ku initialize our instance variables. Okay, so hizi juu hapa zinaitwa instance variables. Why? Kwa sababu zinamilikiwa na class. Hii constructor data zitapokelewa kwenye parameters, kisha zitaingizwa hapa kwenye global variables ambazo ni instance variables. Now use keyword this, then put dot first name equal to first name, this, then dot last name equal to last name, then this, then dot email equal to email, then this, dot phone equal to phone. And for scalability, you can choose setter and getter methods. Setter inafanya kazi ya kuset value, get inafanya kazi ya get value. For now hatutatumia hizo, lakini kwa baadaye application ikiwa nakuwa itabidi uzitumie setter and getter. Okay, now we create another class. Hiyo class itakuwa ni API service. Now come to our Java package, right click new and choose Java class and write it a naming convention kwa ajili hii ni class API, then I think is API, choose a correct name, API service, okay, API S capital letter, API service, and then click enter. So API service class will be created, and again create a class that is retrofit client. So now come to our package, let's click new, choose the class, then write the retrofit, then client, then choose interface, select on interface, double click. Now you can see is seeing classes and I is an interface. Good. Come to source code. Where is the source code? This source code, and open retrofit client and copy these source codes from here. Establish connection to return retrofit. Copy it. Come to our retrofit client class, paste. Okay, I think check it, retrofit client. I think nipo kwenye correct way, and this is an importation. You just copy it and come to duplicate hapa kwenye importation. Okay, after doing so, hapa unakuta message, okay, not private, no problem. This not private, okay, not problem. This is static. Okay, so let's remove private. This is just a normal static. Okay, so after doing so, sorry, let's copy copy this source code zote, copy zote, okay, and come to our project, as undo. Okay, class yetu iko hivi, and ni paste hapa, just remove it, okay, and paste. Now good, lakini cha kuhakikisha kwamba ili jina la retrofit client limefanana na jina la interface. I think it should be, yes, good. This is a class, so let's delete it. So kuna mistake tumeifanya, okay, so delete it. Now right click, choose new Java class. Now write retrofit client. So this is not an interface. Mara kwanza tulimake a mistake. It is not an interface, it is a class. So choose a class. Now good, and come to source code and then copy this block and come to duplicate. Duplicate wapi? Katikati humu ndani, space. Good. Now position cursor and import retrofit library ambayo tumeinstall muda si mrefu, and this is a JSON converter factory import. Good. So another step is to replace IP address ambayo ni hii hapa. This is a IP address for website or API as well. So hapa kuna vitu viwili vimekuwa integrated. Ya kwanza ni web, na hiyo ndo API Django. Of course hata Laravel inaweza. Hapo ikawa ni system inatumika, lakini hapo ina kipengele cha na ndo best, hiyo ndo best practice. The same application ya website ina integrate na Android. Inakuwa ni moja hiyo, unatumia API hiyo framework. So this is a local machine IP address. This is a post HTTP request, HTTP protocol, sorry. And this is a port number, Django port number. So how to get that IP address? So go to a machine, desktop start button, and write cmd and open command prompt. On command prompt, write your command ipconfig. Okay. You will see a number of adapters. ambazo unazo kwenye Ethernet. Okay, mimi nina 2 connections. Ya kwanza ni Ethernet 5 and 3. Which one to use? The one with default gateway ndo current ina access. Hii ambayo ina default gateway haupo kwenye network hiyo, unachukua hii yenye default gateway. And now copy this IP address. This is the Django IP address. Copy it and close it. Okay, come to our application. Start with HTTP protocol : // and paste your IP address here. After pasting your IP address, write colon and port number. This is very important, and / is mandatory. Hiyo ya mwisho, remove this / application will not work. Na of course ita experience crash. Exception, ita run exception au ita run time error. Okay, why? Kwa sababu hichi / ndo ambacho hajakiweka. Application tunasema ina escape, yani unaifungua ina escape. Kuhakikisha umeweka hiyo / mwishoni, yani very important. After specifying a base URL, this is a base URL. Now hii ni just API service. Yes, ni API service. Let's check API service. Na nini API service? API service is an interface. Let's copy this source code. Kwenye source code copy API service.java, copy it and come to our project. So this is a API service. It is not a class, it is interface. So mara kwanza tulibugi. So na right click, then na click refactor, then na click rename. I think hakuna option kwenye rename. Let's delete it. Right click and click delete, or let's delete, or simply select bonyeza delete keypad kwenye keyboard. Okay, then delete. Then we create again new class, then API service, sababu tulikosea, sio class. Sasa hii ndo interface, una select as interface, una double click, then mndani tuna paste zile ambazo tumecopy pale. Then we import post request method, and we this is called import. Then make sure you choose this is retrofit 2 version 2. Chague hii okay, HTTP hatuitumii. Chague hii retrofit 2, select it and import body. Good. After doing so, now we send a request kwenye application ya Django kwenye API. So open fragment, first fragment. Hapa kwenye download, of course ni kuonyesha hapa download current bado inazunguka mpaka sasa hivi. Kwa nini hatuja process request? Okay, so hapa inazunguka kwa sababu ya hii command ndio download.show. Baadaye data zitakuwa added kwenye API, tunasema download.dismiss, download.dismiss kwa ajili ya kuistopisha hii download ambayo inazunguka. Baadaye tutasema download.dismiss after API ikishaleta response kwamba data zimefika, download.dismiss. Okay, so now source code zake kidogo sio nyingi, chache sana. Nakuja hapa katika source code kwenye Django, kwenye Java classes ya source code, na open first fragment.java. Okay, then another step now, sababu wewe ukumbuka kila kitu, of course mimi kuna vitu na sawa na create string variables. So now kumbuka hapa katika hii application tumetumia binding na huku tulitengeneza just variables. Okay, tumetumia binding, where is phone? Okay, in phone. Okay, tulitumia this is binding, just forget to use binding. So for phone is binding dot phone. Do it. Sasa hapa kwenye add data hii method hapa tuna create string. So now create a variable that is string, first name ya small letter, or you can say f name, equal to binding dot our field first name dot getDTText dot getText dot toString, then terminate. Let's copy the same code and duplicate to another line. So this will be hello name last name equal to binding dot last name, the same email, so just email ya small letter equal to binding dot email inaanza na capital letter, lazima zitofautiane. Okay, then final itakuwa ni phone, okay, equal to binding dot phone. After doing so, let's come to source code and copy this source code. Come to duplicate. Now this is an object. We initialize model equal to new model. This is an object of our model class. This is our model class we have created. So ukija hapa model equal to new model, then model yetu ina require 4 arguments. The first argument is a parameter that is a string first name, last name, email and phone number. So hizi ni parameters ambazo zipo kwenye constructor. Nikija hapa nimecreate object ya hiyo model na constructor inadai 4 arguments. Hizi ni arguments kwenye constructor zinaitwa parameters. Data nazozipisha ndani ni zile string zangu ambazo nazitoa katika field za input kwenye user interface ya Xaml, ambazo ni first name, last name, email and phone. Na first name ndio ile field. Of course hata ukiklik hapa nikiklik control bala nika hold kisha nika press first name itanileta katika widget ambayo ni hii hapa ya first name. Kwa data zinatoka hapa. Ndio maana hicho kitu. Again I call my API service class. I create an object ambayo inaitwa API service equal to retrofit client.getConnection. Retrofit client is a class I have created ambayo ni hii. Inside retrofit client, when I click, there is a method ambayo inaitwa getConnection. Is a method na ni public. So API service, it is a class hapo, this one. Okay, API service, it is an object equal to retrofit client. Hiyo class inaonyesha hapo muda si mrefu. Ndani yake kuna method inaitwa getConnection dot create API service dot class, then call import class, position class and import class. Equal to call equal to API service dot create tags. Then inside it put model object ambayo tumecreate hapa juu. This is a model, okay? Then we use our object ambayo inaitwa call. Now write call dot enq. Sorry, just choose enq. Then write new. Then write call and choose callback. Okay, choose callback. After choosing, now double click. So it creates two methods. The first one is on response success. Second one is on response failure. As I said, unapo send request kwenda kwenye API, request itaenda as a post request kwa sababu tunatumia RESTful API. Ila server kishapokea zile data kule, ile Django inarejesha mrejesho kwamba data zimefika. Ule mrejesho unaorudi una two responses. A response on success and response on failure. Na unatakiwa uzihandle zote, success and failure. Now, what if response is on success? On success, nasema ni, I think, is 200 is response on success. And 400 is the response on failure. I hope like that. JavaScript object is all. On success is 200, on failure is 400. Okay? Now, how to process hivyo vyote kwa sababu vimesha kwa defined. Come to source code. Okay? Now copy this source code kwenye first fragment, kwenye hii line ya on response success. Okay? Kwenye hii line ya on response success hapa. Okay? Then from if to else, copy it and come to duplicate. Good. Now trust is not identifiable. Now just click position cursor and click import class. If task is created successful, if data is sent successful and API imetoa a response on success, now onyesha message task created successful, or you have successful register, or any response ambayo utaipenda, or user has been added successful, or data has been sent successful, any response. After doing so, we need to quiet the dialog ambayo current ina show progress kipindi alipobonyeza ile submit button. After clicking submit button, progress dialog itaonekana kama hivi. Manake nini? Post request inakuwa sent kwenye API. API italeta response mbili, on success and on failure. Ikija response on success, tutaonyesha hii response success, user has been added successful, or task created successful. Then hii dialog current inayorun, current tunaiquiet, tunaandika dialog.dismiss. Wakati kipindi tunaicreate tulisema dialog.show. Yaani kibonyeza tu button ya send tunaanza kuiprocess dialog pale pale. Else ni response on failure, there is a problem somewhere. Problem can be a constraint zilizokuwepo katika API, lose of internet connection, or any. Yani chochote inaweza kutokea hapo, mtu haja connect simu kwenye mtandao afa na register. Kwa hiyo ndio inakuwa yote na inajumuishwa, inakuwa ni response on failure. Na yenyewe dialog itakuwa bado current inazunguka, tunasema dialog.dismiss na failed to create a task as a response on failure. After doing so, now we need to run our project. On response on failure, okay, so no response on failure, now we need to copy the same code. On response on failure, now we need to paste up the same. Failure to create a task, the same. Hii ni pale ambapo kuna constraint kwenye database tumezikiuka. Kuna field ilikuwa ni mandatory kuijaza afu kwa ipo, ndio kipengele hiki. Hii on failure ni ima database haipo, au hiyo site ya API haipo, au user haja connect simu kabisa kwenye internet. Manake hapo on failure imehandle exceptions za internet, exceptions za database not found. Hii hapa else ya hapa ni else ya database constraint. Kuna field required na sisi hatujaandika, au field zimetofautiana, huku nimeweka 3 kule zipo 4, kitu kama hicho. Run your project. So a project is running, as you see, Gradle in a build project na in a launch. Good. Now suppose this is the first name, last name, okay, as a demo, email address demo, and phone number as a demo. Send request. Failed to create a task. So we need to differentiate between no, for example, connection to check error hii ni ipi, kwa sababu zilikuwa zimefanana majina hapa. Okay, so now run it and come to check it. Good. So let's put this one, email address and phone number. Send a request. So the error is no connection. Why? Because API not found. Okay, lakini haijaja hapa failed to create a task, imekuja kwenye API haitambuliki, haipo hiyo API. Which API? Go to retrofit client, this URL is not found. So we need to create this URL site. Now we are going to create a Django project. A Django project ambayo itakuwa ina process post request na kurejesha API response. The first one, we will create virtual environment, installing packages. We define a model and we perform model migrations, business logics, and number 6 is the routing URL for API, theme customization. We are going to do some sort of analytics, simple analytics, descriptive analytics, and we are going to do session management. Now good. So here I have a directory. You can see navigate to any directory within your computer. So currently mimi nipo kwenye hii this is downloads folder. Okay, so right click whatever, choose new and choose a new folder. Okay, and the folder name is rest_Django. Okay, after doing so, double click to open. Okay, so here we are going to open a command prompt. Tunakuja katika hii folder ambayo tumeopen kwenye address bar, highlight and remove hizo text and then write cmd shortcut ya open cmd, then click enter to execute. Okay, so cmd will be opened like this. Here we are going to create virtual environment. Okay, so what is the virtual environment? Virtual environment inafanya kazi ya kusababisha project ikarani kwenye independent machine, haitategemea library ambazo zipo kwenye computers wao. Ndio maana ya hicho kitu hapo. Okay, so now let's open our source code. Okay, and let's open this system. Okay, and videos, let's copy these tutorials, and installation steps, let's copy it. Now we are going to create virtual environment. How to create virtual environment? This is a command on Windows, and on Windows we activate using this command, and this is on Linux. Okay, so now copy it, create virtual environment, copy it, come to our command prompt, paste, click enter. It takes time to create virtual environment. After creating virtual environment, we are going to activate it. Copy this activate virtual environment, copy it. Okay, let's close it. Okay, good. So virtual environment has been created. So nikija kwenye my downloads, my folder, you can see now virtual environment has been created, this one. When I double click, I click on libraries, site packages. Default site packages is pip. Now we are going to use pip to install all libraries like Django, Jazzmin, Plotly, TensorFlow, and so many. So now go to our project here. Okay, go to command prompt. Good. Now we activate our virtual environment. So this is the command to copy. Good. Virtual environment has been activated. We are using pip to check list of installed dependencies. Ukicheck hapa kwenye hii virtual environment, we have libraries, site packages, we have a pip here. Okay, so pip hii itatusaidia sisi kucheck list of installed dependencies. Okay, so now place it. So now write pip, as soon as this is small letter, pip space list. I think this is correct. So hii command inatoka kuonyesha number of libraries currently zipo. So we have only 2 dependencies, setup tools and also pip itself. Now let's install Django. So we use the same pip command ambayo ishakuwa installed kwenye virtual environment. Unaona faida virtual environment, zile library zote ambazo ushazinstall kwenye computer zijui, inajua hizi za kwenye virtual environment peke yake. So pip install Django. Okay, after then click enter to execute. So Django will be installed. Okay, after installing Django, we install Jazzmin. Okay, Jazzmin. So kwa ajili ya ku save time, let's open another cmd, kuja kwenye address bar, delete it, then cmd, click it, activate virtual environment, kwa sababu tupo current hapa, inaiona ile folder ili. Okay, so activate, then click, then write pip install Django hyphen Jazzmin. After then click enter. Okay, so hapa ina install. I think Jazzmin has been already installed. So nikija katika virtual environment, libraries, site packages, now you can see I have Jazzmin, and Django is also installed. Django. Okay, so now let's open this, close it, this one. So let's verify our dependencies. Pip list, then click enter. Now you can see additional tuna Django Jazzmin, imekuja na ziada zake, SQL pass and so on. So we start a new Django project, then Django. Inside Django there is admin, then start project, then project name is project, then click enter. Okay, Django project has been created. Okay, good. Then our project now, nikija katika REST Django, this is our project. When I double click it to open, our project is this one. We have manage.py. Okay, project manage.py, and then this is the project, okay, it's this one. Then let's go inside our project. So change directory, cd change directory to project. You can click enter. Then we access file ambayo inaitwa manage.py. This is a Python file. Inatumika kufanya management such as migrations, create a new project, to run a project, and so on. Now sisi tunaitumia hiyo file kwa ajili ya create a new application. Then we use a Python. In Linux you just add Python 3, but then manage.py, then start. Now is not start project like this. Now we start an application. So start app. App yetu itakuwa inaitwa jina la app. This is the app name. Click enter. Then app has been created. We check hapa, I have app inside the project. Now let's open a Visual Studio Code. We should install Visual Studio Code. So before we navigate to previous directory, so change directory space ... click enter. Okay, now to may go back to previous directory. Okay, again let's write code space ... then click enter. Now Visual Studio Code itakuwa opened. Okay, Visual Studio Code. Okay, so I'm going to download the source code. So source code hizi hapa inaitwa Django REST. Django REST source code. So now open source code, just check it and drag kwenye notepad. Okay, hizo ni source code. So tunachoenda kukibuild ni Django REST API. Hapo application itakuwa hivi, okay, lakini at the back inafanya API pia hapo sababu Django ina uwezo huo. So here we access google.com kwenye address bar. Then here you find the Django REST API kwenye Google search engine. So just write Django REST framework as well, then click it. After then come to click what I think you click okay, una link ya kukliki pale, check it. So huku nyuma andika just pip, andika pip, then click enter. Andika pip Django RESTful, click first link. Okay, good. After doing so, now you can see a library. Site yake ndo hii, and this is documentation. So Django REST framework, you can read the documentation. That's so many. Implementation, it is implementation. Okay, that's good. Now copy this command. Okay, is copied. Come to our project. Let's topisha current project now run. Okay, come to our project hapo. Now within our virtual environment, paste and people install Django REST framework and click enter. Okay, so I think ningia kwenye site CO. Okay, I'm sorry, ningia kwenye site CO, so let's close it and let's open our site. Our site ipo downloads, ipo kwenye downloads. So yes Django, and just open our CMD. Okay, and hapo tuna just go access our virtual environment, then script thinking, virtual environment scripting. sorry, then scripting, yes, scripting. Okay, let's check source code and virtual environment. Okay, is backward slash. Okay, is virtual environment, is virtual environment, is backward slash, and just access scripts, backward slash, and access activate, and click enter and install Django ile ambayo tumeicopy pale. Okay, I think requirements zimekuwa satisfied. Shani script list, check list libraries. Yes, hii hapa imeshakuwa installed. Okay, another step is to open here hapa Visual Studio Code. Okay, on Visual Studio Code tunakuja katika upande wa project, tunakuja upande wa project na app tunafungua. Okay, so this is a project files, settings, URLs, and so on, and this is the application. So open settings.py here and go hapa katika hii hapa debug true on left default, allowed host equal to all. So now here you put an IP address of your local machine or your server, so any machine can access this API, ndo maana hiyo star. Okay, and here we just register our Jazzmin theme. Lazima iwe the first kuweza kurun, so Jazzmin, then chini yake hapa tuna just kuregister our app, then our app is known as app. Okay, app. Okay, so just write app ishakuwa created, and again is just kuandika hapa Django REST API. So ukija katika hii hapa implementation documentation, hiyo kwenye installed apps unaandika hiki Django REST framework, then nakuja hapa kwenye hii hapa na just paste Django REST framework kwenye installed apps. Okay, I think everything is good. Now save changes. Another step is to perform model migrations. Okay, so cd to our project, then Python, let's check this code, Python manage.py is migrate. Okay, migrate to default Django models like groups, authentication, users, and so on to database. So for development purpose we are going to use SQLite. Okay, lakini for implementation wanatumia Postgres. Okay, Django ni Postgres, so MySQL. Okay, so now click migrate. Now good, so Django itafanya migrations ya default models ambazo zipo tayari. Okay, after performing migrations, now we are creating super user. Okay, so tuna access the same file inaitwa manage.py ambayo tumesema tumefanya management ya project, then create super user, then click enter. For example, super user name is Samir, any name, email address is empty, click enter, password your password, and repeat again password, and then click yes for yes, y for yes, click enter. Good, we are going to run our project at the first time. Run our project, then Python manage.py, then run saver, then click enter. So saver itarun kwenye local IP address. This is a loopback IP address, this one 127.0.0.1, and this is the port number. So come to our system here. Okay, our address bar here hapa. So write your IP address ambayo hii 127.0.0.1. This is the port number, Django port number. Okay, click enter. Now you can see Django has been successful installed. Now we run our project kwa kutumia IP address tulifanyia configurations kwenye Android application hii hapa kwenye retrofit client. So this is our IP address. Na kutaka kuithibitisha njoo katika command prompt kwenye kompyuta yako, then access cmd command prompt, then IP config, then space enter. IP address yenyewe ndio hii. Umeona? Ndio ile. Hii ndio tuloandika hapa ndio hiyo. Okay? So now tunairani Django kwenye hiyo IP address. So now current ina run control C shortcut ya kustopisha server inavyo run, okay? Then again python manager.py run server space then paste IP address paste IP address. I think it's we copy, sorry. IP address yenyewe ndo hii. Okay? Ndo ile ambayo tuliiona pale kwenye command prompt, okay? So now come to paste. Okay, hapo .run server, okay? Then paste. This is the IP address of local machine, colon, then port number. Good. Una specify hivi ikiwa huku kwenye source code hapa allowed host umeweka all, umeweka star hiyo, otherwise hiyo command haita run hapa. Okay? So click enter. Good. Now project yetu kiangalia sasa ina run kwenye hii IP address. So now unaweza kai copy, no problem. Okay? So copy it. So come to our project hii hapa Django. So now nikirefresh hapa ukuta chochote. So nothing is displayed. Kwa nini? Kwa sababu current now project yetu ina run kwenye IP address hii. So ipaste hapo, nimeipaste hii hapo, okay? Then click enter. The same. Okay? Okay. Another step is to create a model. So come to source code. Okay? Our source code is using Django REST project app models. Double click on models. I think there is a lot of codes hapa. Let's copy it. Copy all, Control A, and just come to our project. Access models here. Delete all and copy and paste. Sorry. Okay. Okay. From Django.db import models, I think is well known. From Django.contrib.authentication models import user. Okay. User. This is a default model. We created a class named employee. This is a model. We have a field in role name, registered date. Meta. What is meta? Once ikiwa inerani model hii itakuwa verbose. Hii itakuwa ni just a what model name, employee department, and then return role. I think this is the class in domain. You have domain name and registered date. Class meta hii itakuwa ni model name. Baada ya kuonekana domain itaonekana jina hili. Ndio maana ya hili ya hii code. Kwa sababu hii ni programming. Class inaitwa domain. Lakini mtumiaji wa application domain haelewi ni nini. Kwa hiyo unaandika jina ambalo atajua. Employee role ndio maana yake. Customer ndo targeted yetu. Data kutoka kwenye Android application zitakuja hapa. Kumbuka kwenye Android application tuna first name, last name, phone number na email. Hizi hapa hizi zitajitengeneza zenyewe. Na hii hapa wati status itatoa data kutoka katika hii status choice hapa. Hii hapa ni kawaida customer Android customer care baada ya kuweka customer model name na kadhalika na kadhalika. I think no need to write code zote hizo. It take time, so just introduction yake ndio hiyo. So save changes. Now come to current system ina run, control C shortcut ya kustopisha, and now python manager.py make migrations. Right, make migrations. Good. Migration was successful. Domain, employee, and customer have been created. Now migrate. mpeleke kwenye database, migrate, and click enter. Okay, good. Now run server. Okay, so run server kwenye ile IP address, run server. Okay, good. We need to register our model in admin. Okay, so now double click admin and open our source code, and also in source code open admin. Sina muda kuandika kodi, so kwa nitachokifanya hapa nitakopi hizi zote hizi, copy all, and come to admin, delete ilo kuwepo, delete and paste. Okay, now tume import admin. I think is the applications. Let's move on. Employee, role, domain and customer. Hizi ni kwenye models. Hii ni default user model, get user model. Tumeregister employee, role, tumeregister domain, na tukaregister hii customer. This is a list display, this is a search fields, this is a list filter, list editable, read only fields, date hierarchy. Of course there are so many. I think you need to study on yourself functions ya kila moja, so no need to kuelezea vyote. Hivyo ni vitu ambavyo vitaelezewa kwa Django beginner. So Django beginner ndo ataelezwa list display, what is search fields, what is list filter, list editable, read only, na hizi field sets, each function. Beginner ndo ataelezewa hivi, lakini kwa sasa hakuna muda wa kueleza hicho. Okay, save changes. Now currently project yetu ina run. Come to rs bar, navigate admin, /admin. Okay, admin, and then click enter. Now you can see admin side has been opened. So remember username is Samir, and this is my password, and click login. Now I have customer care. When I click here, naweza nika add a new customer care. Okay, chagua hapo, user current nipo mmoja. Nikitaka ku address tu na click hii hapa add. Hapa nakuja ku add a new user. For example, username is Kim and password is this one, and password, I repeat password, save. Isha save user. Okay, Kim amekuwa added huyu hapa. Okay, so hapa customer care, manake naweza nika add customer care. So nikija katika users, Kim mwenyewe ndo huyo, nikim click then nika add permissions. This is the staff, naweza ka login, naweza add a new permissions hapo, and so this is administration, this is Django administrations. So ni click save changes. This is for groups, this is employee role, class yetu role ikitengeneza ile, okay, employee role and so on. So now go to Google. So now open here, let's open google.com, and here just write django-jazzmin, django-jazzmin. Okay, django-jazzmin, and come to click this first link, and of course installation tumeshaifanya, lakini itakuwa uje usome documentation. Utaandika hii command django install django-jazzmin, okay, na nini, alafu utaiweka hii katika installed apps tushafanya. So step inayofanya ni configurations. Utazikopi hizi zimeandikwa Jazzmin settings, hizi utazikopi Jazzmin settings zote hizi utazikopi. Okay, copy Jazzmin settings, copy it and paste in settings. So open settings, kwenye settings utapaste huku mwisho chini kabisa. Okay, huku control V shortcut nimepaste hapo. So here kwenye language chooser hapo weka false. Okay, false, and show user interface builder weka true, then save changes. After saving changes, come to refresh our site. Here our site, let's open our site hapo. Our site 192, this one in access admin hapo, click okay. Okay, Now you can see kuna changes zimeonekana kidogo kama hizi huku link za juu zikuepo na hii interface builder. So click it, you builder. Now you can specify a lot. For example, navbar tweaks unaweza ka fixed, unaona now haichezi. Now theme you can choose darkly, this is a dark, okay, or you can choose cyborg, this is a cyborg. Now you can choose navbar variants, you can choose this color, now you can see. And now you can choose light sidebar, okay, light sidebar itakuwa hivi. So now you can see our site itakuwa hivi, okay. If you like, kwa ukipenda hii theme utakliki hapo, then utakliki show code, then utacopy hapa Jazzmin user interface tweaks, utazicopy it, utakuja huko chini kabisa baada ya hii settings ya Jazzmin, control V utapaste kwenye settings, then utakuja katika site utarefresh. Refresh site, now unaona sasa imebakia hivi. So click kwenye department, nza add new department, click save, this is the error message, customer care, add customer care. Now you can add in. But me sipendi hii, mimi nitatumia settings za kwangu. So nitakuja hapa nitafanya settings, nitachagua hizi zote, of course nitaweka hii mara hii, hizo zote ni settings, afu nitaspace pale. Kwa mimi nishazisave, okay, nishazisave maana zipo kwenye computer, zipo hapa kwenye source code. Kwenye source code nita navigate to projects, then to settings, nitakwenda kucopy kuanzia kipengele hiki Jazzmin settings mpaka mwisho zote hizi, okay, kwa sababu nishafanya kila kitu. Na kuna ziada kama hii hapa, tumeregister status, tumefanya login redirection, na tumefanya of course there are so many, kwa ni vyema ukatumia source code hizo. Kwa hizi ndizo ziada hapa nazitoa, na hii settings nilioadd hapa naitoa, naika zile ambazo nilishazifanya hizi. Kwa ni zile Jazzmin tweaks, na hii ya juu ni Jazzmin settings. Ni save changes, nikija katika my site ni refresh, mimi nina theme yangu ambayo ndo hii, okay, ndo hili ambayo tuliona kule kwenye project demo. So nikija katika customer care, now I can add a customer, okay, department, now I can add a department, role, now I can add a role, and so on and so on. Now let's go to home, okay, this one. Now we need to process backend ya API. So kwenye Django now tuna integrate REST API. So unakuja hapa katika application, kwenye app hapa juu uta right click, new file, serializer, I think spelling ndo hivi, .py, serializers.py, okay. Here tuna define models ambazo tutazitumia kwenye kupokea data kutoka kwenye Android. Njoo hapa katika source code, fungua hii serializers.py, then control A copy zote, njoo hapa control V paste katika source code. So from RESTful framework import serializers, okay. From models import customer. What is customer? Is our model from models ambayo ni hii. So tunaitumia hii kwa sababu tunapokea data kutoka kwenye Android. Customer model, okay? Serializers. So this is our class customer serializers, and this is a parameter, okay? We have a class meta, model equal to our customer is our model, and only we use 4 fields: first name, last name, phone, and email. The same to Android application, we have only 4 fields. Check. We have first name, last name, email, and phone. Again, first name, last name, email, and phone, and phone. Lazima ziwe katika mpangilio: first name, last name, phone, and email. Nikija katika Android application, nikija katika models, hapa model hii inasema first name, last name, email, phone, na hapa lazima iwe first name, last name, email iwe hapa, kwa sitaki kupishana, email hiyo hapa, ya mwisho ndio iwe phone. Ziwe hivi kwenye mpangilio. Okay, now good. Now create your serializers. Now tunakuja katika views. Okay, so open views. This is views.py. Okay, in views now come to source code and open views here and copy this code. Sasa sisi tuna copy generic, import generic na import serializers. So copy it, I'm sorry, and come to source code. So on views nasema kwamba from our file is serializers. Okay, this one, from serializers import everything, import everything, then import your generics. And tunakuja hapa katika source code, tuna copy hichi kipande, then tunakuja hapa na paste your views. Okay, so this is a class custom Android generic list views and so on and so on. So this is a class. Kwenye views hatu return render, no render hapa kwa sababu hatu rendi, wanasema hatu rendi ni template, hatufanyi rendering ya template. Hapa tunafanya only API. Kwa ndo maana hapa hatujaweka request na hakuna return render, hakuna. Okay, then let's perform URL directions. First one unakuja katika URL ya project, this one, kwenye path unaweka comma, unaandika include. Okay, then here we add another path, then path. Okay, then path hiyo itakuwa ni just amna hii, then include, then hii built-in function, then of course app1, our app.urls like that. So unaona katika app yetu hii hapa tunatengeneza file inaitwa urls. So unakuja hapa una click kwenye app, new file, unaipa jina la urls, file extension.py, then click enter. Let's copy source code to hii hapa. Okay, kwa ajili ya kupunguza muda kuandika code, copy all. Okay, kwenye source code, now come to duplicate hapo. So from dot import views and we import a path. Okay, URL patterns, hatuna hii method inaitwa index, we do not have this method yet, together. Then path yetu ya API itaitwa path, na yenyewe itakuwa na view.custom Android. Hii ni function ipo kwenye view tumecreate hapa. Okay, kwenye view. So manake click control button hold, nika click hapa itampeleka pale, name is task, then save changes, again here save changes, again here save changes. Now let's try to test our API. App.urls, no modules, I think here has been created. URLs, yeah. Okay, so expand it, run it. No module named serializers. Okay, in view.py line number 2. Okay, let's go to view.py. This is view line number 2. From serializers, I think this one, import all, save changes, and come to our project. Let's see, reload the project. Okay, sorry. From serializers import all, no module names. Oh, is serializers not identified? So from serializers, I think there is a problem. Let's check your source code. Views, I think generic na serializers ni from dot serializers. Let's copy this one. Pengine tumekosea spelling. Okay, from dot, I'm sorry, from dot. Okay, from dot serializers import all. Okay, so save changes. Now Let's reload our application. Then application na run. Let's test it. We test the application yetu. When we come to our application here. Okay, so data tayari ndo hizi tu. Suppose nikibonyeza send request, no connection. Okay, good. So come to our Android application, then open manifest. Okay, so on manifest, then allow internet permission. So users internet permission, then choose Android internet permission here. Okay, and close it. So njoo kwenye hii baada ya application, then users clear traffic, and choose true here, then rerun. Okay, so lazima we enable internet permission. Permission tunazi set permission kwenye manifest file, iwe permission ya kuaccess camera, storage device, simu, and so many unatumia manifest. Okay, so now good. Let's check your application. Current me run. First name is Samir, for example. Last name is Saeed, okay? And email address is blah blah, okay? And phone number is blah blah, okay? And good. So now send request, body request task. See body request task. This message. So hii ni response ile kuja body request. Okay, let's check it. First one we just check, manake hii IP address inafika mpaka inaleta response. Hii ni response inatoka kwenye server, manake inafika. Okay, problem inaweza kuwa ni issue nyingine. Okay, let's check kwenye models, first name, last name, phone and email. I think hizi nyingine zinakuwa default, lazima ziwe nao. Okay, go to serializers, first name, last name, email and phone number. Okay, kwenye URL. Okay, URL ipo correct, bon hii URL. Okay, na current system yetu tukitaka kuiaccess, refresh una access. Okay, so let's rerun it. Let's rerun it hapo. Okay, hapo tumerun. Okay, so let's refresh. Okay, system ina run. So what is the problem? Let's check check kwenye model. Okay, then we have first name, last name, email and phone. I think is good. And kwenye first fragment tumepitisha hapa kwenye model, first name, last name, email and phone is good. And kwenye retrofit hii task ndo hii hapa, URL. Okay, ipo good. Na kwenye retrofit current, this is IP address ipo correct, I think, ndio maana kaita response. So what is the problem? Okay, let's try to, I think this user tayari kama yupo hivi. Ngoja tujaribu kuweka kitu kingine. So sababu kuna user alimtengeneza aitwa Samir. So yes, this one. Send request, failed to create task. Why is the problem? What's the problem? Okay. So guys, kwa na hapa models kuna majina hapa, string, first name, last name, phone and email. Okay, na hizo names lazima ziwe the same, first name, last name, phone number and email. Okay, so hapa unaona first imeanza na capital letter, a imeanza na capital letter. Kwa huku hizi variables lazima ziwe the same hapo kwenye Android. First name, last name hapa imeanza na capital letter na hapa capital letter n, na phone number pamoja na email. Okay, so hiyo katika Android lazima ziwe the same. Okay, as you see, first name imeanza na capital letter and so on. Okay, hata kwenye constructor ikiwa na variable ambazo hazijakuwa na capital letter kama hizi, lakini hizi ndo zina initialize hizi instance variables. Kwa lazima ziwe first name, last name, phone number and email. Lazima ziwe same kwenye API pamoja na kwenye Android application. Okay, so now so let's run your application. Okay, so good. So let's open terminal here hapa. Okay, and register. Okay, so register hapo. For example, first name is Y, last name is O, and email address is U, and phone number is 7. Okay, so then click send request. So task is really successful. Now let's refresh our site. Now yes, of course taarifa hizi O, Y, U and phone number. I think this is a phone number and this is an address. So hapa katika Android application nitakuwa tuzipishanishe hizi. So nikija kwenye Android application kwenye fragment hapa, so kati ya email na phone itakuwa ianze phone. So let's copy phone weka hapo, then ya mwisho itakuwa email. Okay, yes, email one last. Okay, good. So now let's save changes and run your project kwenye Android application. So application yetu isha run, so let's check it. So good. So now open your terminal and let's check it. So first name is ddd. Okay, so last name is email is fff such demo, and phone number is this one. Okay, so now send request, then post request task successful created. So come to refresh. Phone number I think is kuna mistake tumefanya. Okay, so somewhere hapa kwenye email na phone number I think hizi zinapishanishwa, hizi nitakuwa moja je hapa. So let's tuipishanishe hii email ili hapa, alafu ya mwisho hiyo phone number. Okay, I think, and let's save changes. Okay, and let's check hiyo changes tulifanya hapo, and let's come. Okay, send request successful. Come to refresh. No problem. So of course kazi kubwa ishafanyika. So hizi nadhani kuna mistake tumeifanya somewhere. Kama sio kwenye constructor pale basi. Kwa sababu hii inakuwa hiyo phone number for you email address. Okay, so now let's assign a task. So address the to Kim, and this one Kim, and this one Samir. Okay, and click save. Click save. Okay, hapo tumesha assign au kwenye. Okay, you can view. So unajua ku view is information za huyo user hapo. Okay, so let's ambacho kimebakia nini ni kwenye customer panel. So yes, customer panel I think kuna kitu nitakuwa kifanyiki hapa. Okay, so now hii customer panel ime access kwa kutumia hii root level ya web. Root level maana sijaingia katika path yoyote hapo mbele. So hiyo error inatokana kwenye URL hapa, itafuta na iona. So let's uncomment your path ya index. So come to views to create the function ya index. So def index, then index hii ni request ya ku request page ya web request, then return. Okay, so return sasa hapa tuna render template. So return render. Okay, so hii ni function return request hii hapa ambayo tumeipitisha hapa. Okay, so page no request inatakiwa tuitengeneze. So unakam kutoa project hapo kwenye app, una right click new folder, unaandika jina la templates. Sio templates lazima iwe na s. Then inside templates right click create a new file, andika base.html. Again inside templates right click and choose new and create a new file inaitwa index.html. So new file index.html. Good. After doing so nakuja hapa katika let's close it. admin, close admin. Okay, nakuja hapa katika views request, hapa hii ni sawa kuweka colon ku implement function and index.html. Okay, now save changes kwenye URL save changes. Now let's refresh our site. This is our site. Then refresh it. I think template does not exist, index.html. Why? Okay, so let's check it. Name is index and this is the path. We come to views. This is view. Request index. Oh, sorry, is index not index, so just rename it. Let's put the index x. Okay, good. So now come to check. Okay, so currently system yet stops, then run again. Now good, currently run. So now come to refresh and output. Now this is the index in nothing, hakuna kinachokuwa display. So come to source code and just come to copy. So hapa kwenye hii index hii ni of course nije back. Okay, good. So hii ni our admin site. This is admin site. Tunataka the same template, the same Jazzmin theme. Hapa ime apply kwenye admin site, as you see. This is admin site. Tunataka hii ika apply kwenye customs, yani ile root level kwenye ile normal web application ika apply kule. So tuna extend hii top navigation and side navigation. Tunazi extend. Tuna extend vipi? Okay, so unakuja kwenye source code. Na source code zake nyingi. Unakuja katika hiyo site yetu ya website, una access templates, unafungua base.html, control A select all, then control C shortcut ya copy. Unakuja kwenye base.html hii hapa kwenye site yangu v, control V nimepaste. So kija kuangalia nime extend admin Jazzmin. Hii ni admin Jazzmin, nimeload static. Ipo tayari kwenye Jazzmin. Okay. This is the block title and so on and so many codes. Okay. So unakuja katika index.html, unakuja kwenye source code. Okay, and source code open index.html. This is index, control A shortcut ya copy. Then unakuja katika my project, open index.html. Hii hapo, then control V pasting. Okay, so now save changes. So hapa nimekuja just extend base.html. Base.html ime extend admin Jazzmin. Okay. So content zetu zitakuwa somewhere, main content zitakuwa hapa kwenye ile index. Okay, so index ndo hii. Okay, so now save changes and come to refresh and output kwenye index. I think this is the index. Okay, so refresh, still no output. Okay, still no output. Save changes and base, save changes and come to rerun our project, control C. Okay, okay, then okay, now good. So to refresh, now you can see we may just use the same admin design kwenye our normal what root level hii ya hii sio admin site, lakini tumetumia admin site features za Jazzmin. Ukija kwenye source code kwenye base utakuja kuona tume extend footer, tume extend hizi blocks hizi side navigation, sote tume extend hizi kwa ndo moja zinaonekana hapa. Hii ni base HTML na hii ni index. Unaona? Kwa hiyo huna haja ya ku install zile bootstrap zile, yani ku download bootstrap na nini, kwa sababu Jazzmin ishakuja na bootstrap ya kwake. Kwa wewe kazi yako ni kutengeneza zile nani, Jazzmin ni bootstrap. Kwa unaona hapa nimetengeneza div container fluid. Jazzmin inaitambua hiyo ni nini, kwa sababu Jazzmin ni bootstrap, lakini bootstrap ilikuwa material zaidi. Ila hizo classes zote za CSS za bootstrap wanazitambua. So hiki ndio kipo kwenye index. Visited customer today, wametembelea wangapi na nini. Hizo information ndio hizi zipo katika division. Hii div ya kwanza, visited customer today. Haiwezi kaonekana data yote hapa kwa sababu hatujafanya chochote katika hii template. Okay, so now nikija kwenye dashboard ndo nakuja hapa. Unaona the same nini? Theme. Customer care au ndo customer wangu. Inatakiwa niweke link hapa. Hapa nitaweka linki Nikiklik hiyo link itanipeleka hapa katika hii home. Okay, hiyo ni very simple, tutaiweka. So now come to source code, tutengeneza simple analytics. Nakuja katika views. Where is views? Hii hapo. Kwenye views nakuja copy hizi hapa hizi. Na copy import time and date. So now come to our project, come to views.py hapo and import hapo. So hapo. From date and time, import date and time, data and so on. So now come again to source code. Copy vitu mpaka hapa kwenye return. So nakuja hapa, nakuja kwenye function ile ya index hii hapa. So kwa sababu nilisha copy pale na paste. Okay, so today equal to date and time. Now hapa nataka nionyeshe customer wako registered today, weekly, ni monthly, ni annual. Okay, hapo nimecount customer hawapo kwenye system. Hapa nime create a context kwa ajili ya kupass kwenda kwenye HTML template. Hapa ni calendar. Okay, so now save changes, come to refresh and output. Now you can see data nazo 3. Currently we said customer today is 3. Hii ni just an addition. You can add anything here. Na hii of course bootstrap as well. Simple analytics. Okay, so nikija kwenye dashboard, nikija kwenye customer care, ndo hawa 3 wanaonekana kwenye analytics. Department, here I can add employee department. For example, department of sales. Then I click save. I can add employee role. So add a new role. A role is manager, for example. Then I can add. Okay, and when I come to customer care, okay, so nakuja ku add first name. Naweza ka add hapa nikatumia Android application kwa ajili ya ku add hizi information hapo. Okay, sasa spending address tu, kama user yupo na click hapo, just una add hapo user, utakuja kutokea hapo. Okay, status can be pending or any. Okay, so this is the groups. You can assign user to group and so on. Hizi ni default Jazzmin or default Django features. And currently user login ndo mimi. So here my personal information, permissions ni hizi. Okay, set permission and so on and so on. And this is customer care ambayo tuna work with. Na hii ni just an Android application. Okay, so the same, nikisend request, task created successful, send again, created successful. Okay, so your task ni so data zinaenda za kutosha hizo. So task yako ni kufanya validation of, sema kwamba hapa ina add the same information. So now the same information itakuwa namba ya simu haziwezi kuwa mbili, itakuwa ziwe unique, namba za simu ziwe unique. So utafanya nini? Hiyo ni task yako. Lakini simply utakuja hapa kwenye models, model hapo kwenye customer, hapa kwenye phone number uta add another attribute, utaandika unique. I think is unique, then utasema unique is true, zisijirudie. Na kwenye email utasema email, then kwenye email unique true, zisijirudie. Okay, first name last name tuanza kujirudia. Ukishafanya hicho, unakuja hapa katika our site, una stopisha current na run, then what make migrations kwa ajili ya ku save hizo changes. After making migration, now we just migrate. Let's change it to migrate. Hapa tuna migrate. After migrating, now I think there's a problem. Constant unique file. Okay, so I think ni unique emails. Okay, lazima kutakuwa na kuna error za kutosha kwa sababu tayari email hapa zimeshaji duplicate hizi mbili. So njia pekee ni ku delete, na kwa sababu program hairani, hichi kipengele cha ku delete kitawezekana. So cha kufanya nini? Na kwenye our project ipo downloads, hii hapo kwenye project footer database ni SQLite. Hii hapo contact footer nitai delete hapo, nimesha delete. Then nitakuja hapa, nitaanza moja, first migrate. Ikikataa migrations, okay, migration iwapo, then after migrating I think migrations zote zimeshafanikiwa hizo hapo migration, then make migrations, no changes, okay, no, good. Then create super user kwa sababu nitengeneza new database, create super user, create super user, then username is Samir, for example, and this is password, this is this is email address is empty, password is 1, again is 1, then y is yes, then yes, right to run server kwenye ile IP address, good, yes. So refresh our site. Okay, so Samir login and password is 1, login, good. So no employees registered. So hapa moja katika my Android application hapo, let's check, add it, task created successful. Nikirefresh hii hapa. So let's repeat the same, tulidue the same wakati tumeweka unique. Nikirepeat failed, why? Imegundua email ni unique, otherwise ni change, niandike name, okay, na phone number ni change, nisiweke zile hiyo ni validation. Send, task created, okay. Kitaka kuadi tena lazima ni change, okay, kwa sababu hizi zinakuwa ni unique, okay. Send, task created, okay, the same, and it's 5, okay. Lazima uzitofautishe hizo tofauti, 5 for example. Send again, send, task created successful. Kija kurefresh hizi hapa, okay. Kija katika, so kija kwenye home ndakuwa click, user wa kawaida hawezi kuwa ana navigate kwa kutumia kufuta hii path yaende kwenye root level. So current kasema ni 4. Okay, so now open our site, then go to virtual environment, go to rib, and go to Jazzmin, and open templates, open admin, and open base site, of course base.html, open it. Kwenye base.html navigate mpaka kwenye sehemu imeandikwa profile, okay. Kama ipo mbali just bonyeza control and F, then search profile, utaiona hii profile ni hii hapa, okay. Hapa kwenye profile, okay, yes, okay. So hapa kwenye profile ni drop down divider, tuna add link nyingine. Link yenyewe ni hii hapa, just copy it, paste, okay. Nikija ku save changes, nikija ku refresh hapa, refresh it, good. Nikija huku ndio hizi si profiles zimeonekana mara mbili, umeona hizi, okay. So tunataka akija hapa kwenye dashboard, akitaka kurudi nyuma kwenye home, abonyeze hapa, abonyeze link hii, okay. So now good. So tuna rename, unalim vipi kuja kwenye URL hii hapa, path yetu name inaitwa nini, index, okay. So unakuja hapa katika site base hii hapa, okay, sorry hii hapa, okay. So hapa na change, naandika URL ni hii hapa, so just na remove, okay, hapa ndani ndo na remove, okay. So hapo nime remove, afu naandika URLs, then space naika koma kama hizo, and I think static, okay. URLs, yes. So hapa ni URL space naika hizi, then what, index, then hapa nafuta hiki hapa, naandika just home, nafuta hiyo, naandika home. Nikisave changes, nikija katika my site hii hapo, nikirefresh, good. Nikija hapa, nikiklik home hii hapa, nikija hapa home ndo hii inabaki hapa, si profile, naenda kwenye profile. Nikitaka kuja kwenye home, kwa sababu hapa nipo kwenye admin dashboard. So to reformat kwenye home, let's copy, nije ni copy hii hapa, okay, icon. So na copy hiyo icon kutoka hapo juu, nakuja hapa karibu na home, na ipaste, this is the fafa, this is not key, this fafa user, okay, or fafa use home, fafa home. Okay, good. So nakuja hapa na copy drop down divider, this is drop down divider, so copy it. Now come hapo na paste ili kuweka divider, okay. Then nachukua class hii hapa, drop down footer, just remove it, nifanye kwa drop down item hapo, na hii kuwa drop down item, okay. So now put big equal to big right, okay, background equal to right, and hapa kwenye hii class hapa drop down, okay. So now na add background light. Nikija ku save changes na baadaye nikirefresh my page, now you can see, okay, of course imetokea fresh ya my dashboard japo, ila hapa hii of course haijatokea, so see profile and so on. So wapi hapa kwenye iClass kuiweka vizuri, so iClass, this is fafa home, na kwenye hapo, okay, kwenye hii hapa kabla hili neno na yenyewe naika hii, so this is not fafa home, is fafa for example user. And now let's put text is primer as well, text primer, and this one is text is text info, okay. So now save changes and refresh and output. Now check it, now you can see, click hapa na kwenye home, hapa na check profile, okay. So let's click home, this is home, ni click again home, hii nini profile, so the same. So nikiclick, now you can see nimeenda kwenye profile hapo kwenye home. Now you can add another HTML page kwenye template. Ukiadd una edit tu, so nitakuja kucopy the same link, nitakuja hapa, duplicate, so duplicate so many. So kija hapa hizo link zako utakuwa umetengenezea HTML page, kija hapa refresh, good. Kija hapa basi zitakuwa ni HTML page zako, utakuwa unaziklik hapa home, about us, the register key, data, so many zile business logics zako. Hata nikija kwenye dashboard, now nikija wherever hapa kwenye hii, nikija hapa, nikija kwenye hapa bado zipo hapa, na see profile hapa, just hapa na change password, na hapa nita log out, okay. So subscribe kwenye channel yangu ya YouTube, yes. After subscribing, source code ilikuwa kwenye GitHub repository.